Hey guys, how you doing? This is Mike Wilson, aka the Spiderdad. Welcome to the first tutorial on this YouTube channel, brand new YouTube channel called Spiderman Effects. The clue is in the title. Obviously this particular tutorial is inspired by the, you guessed it, Captain America Civil War. And I've been requested this tutorial or breakdown, as it were, by quite a few people. So I kind of wanted to do a little bit of a breakdown on that for you, on how I created this and maybe some of the tools that I actually used for that. So as you can see, there's quite a few layers here. Don't worry, it's not as bad as it looks. These are just some of the layers I personally used, but you can be as creative as you want. Obviously, I shot this in front of a green screen with Chris Evans in the Captain America outfit and the shield as my inspiration. And I just mimicked the idea of holding a shield. That was basically the whole idea of this. And the idea is I need to actually take the green screen out to make life a little bit easier. And to do that, I used a tool called, on the left-hand side, called a quick selection tool. And what I did is I just masked around it and then right-clicked and then copied the selection into a new layer. So that's what we did. So let's get to it. So I'm just going to take all these down so I can show you a bit of a breakdown. And obviously there I am in the green screen. So I wanted to choose dark background, something with rainy clouds, something that would really kind of sell the fact that why it's raining, basically. So to do that, I used an image from Google. I just typed into Google. I typed in dark clouds. And then what I did is I did Control M on the Mac and just adjusted the curves setting to make it a bit more darker and a bit more sort of gritty as well. And then what I did is I then added myself in there. As you can see here, I've already colored up and darkened areas on me to really kind of show the shadow effects of what it is. And as you can see, the shield coming in, you can see the fact that where the actual shadow is. So imagine where the light is coming from, and the shield is creating those shadows on Spider-Man. So with that, obviously, I've put shadows in places where I thought maybe the shadow would be more effective based on where the light in. Now, as you can see here, I've given it a wet look. Now, this is how I did that. I went up into Filter Gallery and used plastic wrap. These are the settings that I used for that, which I felt sold it a little bit better. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Let me come out of that. Boom. So basically that's what I used. And then what I did is I created a copy of that layer before I did the plastic wrap, and then put that underneath. And then the top layer I put as overlay. So as you can see there, and then it just gives it a little bit of a look that maybe is a little bit wet, and it will add to it as we go along in the breakdown. So yeah, that's basically what I did there. And then obviously I've added the shield, and now we kind of need to get a bit of an idea as to why it's wet. So obviously it's going to be raining. So with that, I added some rain, and to do that, I went to Google and typed in rain black. Now, the reason why I say rain black is that it offers black images with the rain on it. So you'll explain why in a moment. But this is the selection that I went for. I went and chose which was the best one suited, and then I could adapt it a little bit better and crop it, and just make it suit the area there. Obviously, I'm at an angle, so I want the rain to come at a bit of an angle as well. So I went to File and Place. You go and find your rain, and then you place it in there, and it will come up on the screen. It'll be on the layer. And then what you do is you then, as you can see here, obviously it looks like rain, but initially it would come up with the black background. So what I did is I went and changed the layer to, you can do it as screen, but I changed it to linear dodge add. It just adds a bit more brightness to it and a bit more believability, I guess, for the scene that I'm personally looking for. And what I did there was obviously tweaked a few areas and basically erased some of where the rain might be, like for example underneath the shield. The rain's not going to be underneath the shield, so I covered that up a little bit and basically erased that area and just kind of made it focus on the areas where the rain would be more visible. Then I started adding more layers, and again I went into Google and typed in rain splash black or something like that. Very similar process, and then just added that on to make it look like the shield is soaking wet. It kind of worked out quite well, I think. And then what you need to do is you need to kind of edit the area, and it's changed to screen, by the way, so just so you know about that. And I erased some of the areas to make it look like it's a bit more focused on the, didn't want to do that, choose the erase, there we go. So they're basically just erase around the area to make it look like it's, I'm not going to obviously do that now, just giving you an idea, but just to make it look like it's focused on the actual shield. Then I added another layer which added a bit more depth to the shield, giving it a really, really wet look. Something like, for example, the rain is splashing off the shield, just to really give it that impact that the rain is really coming down hard, you know. And that's currently selected to normal on that particular one, but if you have a black layer then you need to change that to screen. Then I added another layer on top of that, so I think this is the final layer now. Gave it maybe a little bit of a blue tint on that particular layer, really showing the splash in and the spray of that. And I just did Control M, changed the channel to blue, and then just adjusted the output to give it a bluish tint to kind of match, I guess, the background of the clouds and also the rain and everything. So you just adjust it to whatever you think looks great on there. So that was that. And then I added another layer which was then more focused on the Spider-Man, and these are the splash areas where I think the rain might hit Spider-Man. And again, I just went to Google and typed in, I think it was rain splash black, very similar to the other ones, and just found one that suited the layer and the look that I wanted, and I could just then adjust it. I don't know why there's guns in there, but hey ho. And then again added that on, created it as a layer as screen so that it would actually match the actual look I'm looking for. And then I also added beads effect, like the water's beading off of the suit. Very similar thing, and just kind of duplicated these areas. I basically duplicated each of those particular layers to then place them in areas where I feel that the rain would look more believable, and obviously do it on the chest as well. And as you can see, it's now started to look like he's soaking wet, but he's got the shield there. And then lastly, I added a flare. And the flare kind of gave it that finishing touch, as you can see here. And I gave it a bit of a bluish tint to again match the background, match everything that I'm going with there. And to do that, just basically create a new layer and change the color to the color that you like. And then change the opacity to 10%. You want to do things gradually. You don't want to go full on with 50, 60, 70% because it will just overkill it. So 10%. And then you basically select the brush tool and expand the area to suit the whole layer, the entire layer. And then this is what you come up with. So yeah, that's basically the general kind of look. And again, obviously just showing you if you do it too much, it can just overkill it a little bit. So maybe just one, maybe even two clicks on that, just to give it a little bit of a flairish kind of look. So as you can see, these are the before and after. I'm really pleased with this particular piece of work. Thanks ever so much for watching. If you want more requests, simply comment in the comments below, like, and don't forget to share. But until next time, thanks very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it.